This video is published by mbkpinternational.com. In this video, we're going to talk about replacing this touchpad, it's called, because of the buttons here, on the Guillotine XPC17 paper cutter. It's basically just a sticker with some touchpad on it. And this is going to be for if you got some buttons that are out, not working. Like for this one, like these buttons don't work, but these do. Certain ones work, certain ones don't. Also, like if you're, they could all potentially work, and it just starts beeping on its own, or inputting numbers on its own, things like that. Just weird things. Like it's just beeping there right now, but it might be because I don't got it fully entered. But sometimes it just starts beeping on its own, or inputting numbers on its own, because this touchpad's messed up. Which can also be your motherboard, but typically it's this touchpad. We're going to go ahead and show you how to replace that. There we go. Okay, first thing you do, obviously, we're going to go ahead and unplug it from power. You're going to remove this top crown. I already got the screws out, but there's 2 screws on each side, 2 Phillips screws. And that will just pull straight off. And you're going to move this front table. Oh, you're going to need only tools you'll need is a screwdriver. And you're just going to put it down into here, and you're going to just pry like that. And the other side, you're going to pry. A little bit at a time, each side, until it comes out enough to where you can pull it, grab it from the front, and just pull it straight out. And what we're looking for here is this ribbon wire here. We're going to unplug it from the board. And when you're plugging this back in, remember this is a solid side. The other side has these little holes in it where you can see the wires, and it's going to point towards that way when you're plugging it back in. If you plug it in the wrong way, it won't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to test this before I install it, because there's no reason to go through the trouble installing this if it doesn't fix your problem. So I'm going to plug this in with those holes pointing towards that way, and just make sure you don't miss one of the prongs either. I think I got them all. Okay, it's plugged in now. I'll go ahead and turn it on. Plug it back in. And now it will still be here because there's a display behind here, but you'll be able to control it from here now and see. 1's work, 2, 3, or you got to clear it out. See that? 3, 4, 5, 6. Clear it out. 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay, see they're all working now. Everything's working. We'll put in 12 inches. So that was the problem. So we're going to go and unplug this again. And I'll just remove this here for now. We just know this is the problem. We're going to go ahead and remove this and replace it. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to have to take these buttons off, all 4 of them. And let's see here. On this thing, it's hard to see, but there's a yellow switch, and you push it that way. There's locked, there's unlocked, and once you unlock it, you can slide it off. And on this one, you'll see some switch, like on this one, there'll be a white tab, and you push it down and slide it out. Push that down and slide it out, and it slides out. So some of them have that white tab, and some of them have that. They have another white tab I pushed out and slid that. And this one, these cut buttons, they don't always. Some of them, sometimes they all have that white tab, but some. It's good. This has both, so you can see both of them. Lock. You got to unlock it, and it'll slide off. After that, they're just gonna loosen them from behind, hold it from the front if you want, and then push it out. And basically what it was like this. It was in there like that, and I reached behind here and I started unscrewing this plastic nut here. You should be able to do all this by hand. You should not need any tools to do that. And then you'd slide that off, and then you'd pull this out. These 2 pieces are behind, and this is up front. And once these 2 are off, this slides out. And just put it back together so you don't lose any of the parts on these buttons. Put them to the side. I'm going to go ahead and remove all these the same way. Okay, I got all the 4 buttons removed. And this is just a sticker, so now you're just going to peel it off. And there is that cable there, so. And we've already unplugged it, so it should come straight out just like that. Now we're going to put this to the side, and we're just going to replace it. Pretty simple. All you're going to do is take this backing off. We're going to feed this through that slot. Pull it through. Make sure it's not stuck here. Get it all the way through. And then you're just going to line it up to these holes as good as you can. And I like to hold it right here and keep it tight on both sides. You can kind of line it into these holes. That seems to be. Let me see here. And I think I actually think I need to go over just a little bit this way. There. Okay. Now you can push it. Once you get them all lined up and they look good, you can push it down nice and tight. Push it down later. Yeah, now peel this film up too. There should be a film on it. You want to take that up before you put your buttons down. Now we're just going to put these back in. I'll just do the first one here. You can see it. On these things here, one thing you want to look for is there's a notch, a square piece that says top there. So that will go on top. This needs to be straight up. Again, this is on the back. One thing you might want to do now is check this. Make sure that these come unscrewed like this. Sometimes these do too. This is a snap-in, but yours could be where you make sure this is tight. It screws on. If it's a snap-in like this, you don't have to worry, but tighten this. And then make sure this is tight too while you got them off. Nice and tight, or if they come loose, they can fall off into your electronics compartment. So that's nice. All that's nice and tight. Now we're just gonna put this notch top on top there, put it in the hole, and tighten this on the back. This nut. No, hold on. Sorry. I'm gonna put this cup thing on, and the cup part goes towards it. The flat part is towards this nut here. So you can usually just hold both in your hands like that, and put it on and start screwing it on. And I like to hold the front with my thumb, and then tighten it pretty much as hard as you can by hand. Don't use any tools on that. Hard as you can by hand. And once that's on, you can move on to the next one. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to all four. One thing I need to show you on these different, those have the notch in it where it said top. These don't. The ones where you got to push down with the white tab. It's usually a single channel or a double channel on the other end. So the single channel is on top. And that will be how you know what the top is on this. Okay. Okay, got all four buttons in and they're all tight. Now we're just going to start putting them back on. One thing you want to do when you're taking these off, they're all in here, don't get them mixed up. Like keep them in order, so you don't put like this button over here and this button over here, because nothing will work right in that case. Okay, so now we're just going to put this straight on like this. That's why it's important to have that top part straight up and down, and that single channel up and down towards the top. So we're just going to slide this back into the thing and lock it into place. On these white ones, they just slide in and they'll snap, and they'll click into place on their own. You can kind of go like this to find the channel if it's not perfectly up and down there, and then you'll feel it slide in and it'll lock. Another one that will just slide in and lock. Get the wires out of the way. Rotate a little bit to find the single channel, the straight up and down. And pull back on it and shake it, make sure it's locked in. On this one, again, we're just going to slide on and then we're going to lock it into place. I think I have it. Does it lock? I don't think it's locked. Go ahead and pause it. See this in it. Okay, got it. There it goes. Okay, I didn't have that notch quite at the top, and it was off to the side a little bit, so I wasn't finding it. But yeah, that top notch needs to be straight at the top, and those single channel needs straight at the top. That way you know to slide it in straight like that. Okay, they're all in. You can tug on the things, make sure they're all good. And the last thing to do, other than put the cutter back together, is plug this in. Again, remember those holes where you can see the wires? Point towards that way. This flat side this way. And just don't miss any of these prongs. There's like 8, I don't know how many there is, maybe 8 or 9 or 10 or something. You don't want to be off one and miss one of them, so make sure you get all of them. And then just push this down nice. Put this black thing down nice and good. All the way. Yeah, that's good. Now this, see how it's kind of towards this belt? You gotta be, it doesn't look like it'll hit it, but I don't want to take a chance of this thing spins when the paper push is moving. I don't want to take a chance of this rubbing on it, so kind of push it that way instead. See, it will flop one way or the other, so make sure it's the way that's out of the way of this belt that's going to be spinning. You don't want this next to anything that's going to be moving. So now you can go, before you close it up, you can go ahead and turn it on, just test it real quick. test all the buttons. Make sure they're all working. Clear amount 5, 6, 7, 8. Clear amount 9, 0. So they're all good. I'm going to put in like 16 inches and enter. And that should be it. Last thing will be the proofread. But everything seems to be working good. All this is nice and down and good. I've seen sometimes where they're off a little and you can't get these buttons in because the holes didn't line up perfectly. Some of them are lined up and some of them are not. But in that case, you can take a razor and just trim the edge of this sticker while it's stuck here to get the button in if that ever happens. For the most part, you're pretty good, but it would just be a small amount you need to trim off the sticker while it's stuck down here so the button slides in good. If you ever have one where like 3 holes are lined up, but for some reason this one's got the sticker kind of goes over the hole a little bit where you can't get this button in, you can take a nice sharp razor and just trim it. Now we're just going to put the table back on. I'm just going to unplug it for now. It's pretty simple on this. It's just, you're going to just line the place and just pop it back into place. Just kind of pop with your palms of your hand. Nice and good. Putting your crown back on your screws. And just put your screws in and you're done. This video was published by mbkpinternational.com.